Hey everyone. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm just gonna jump right in. This is gonna be like a rant video. So, disclaimer, it might make you a little bit agitated too after you listen to the whole rant. Um, okay, what was I gonna say? If you've been following my journey about this neighborhood cat that I've been helping out, Brother Dragon, and so let me give you some background information. Um, Basically, he's a cat that's he's not really owned by anybody. He's kind of what do you call those, like fongyang. So they're they have a place that feeds them, but they're not really belonging to that cat or to that shop. Hi, Suzanne. So these people feed him. So from what I know before that, it was from a few owners, consecutive owners. So the first owner had the cat, Brother Dragon. So when they left the shop, and then the next person took over, they left the cat there. And then, hey Cal, so the second owner fed them, fed Brother Dragon. Then when they sold the shop, the third owner came and so on. So this is their fourth owner. And what happened was that he got burned from tar not too long ago, and the uh, the the owners, I guess I can't call them parents now. I guess they're owners. Was like, oh, we need your help because my cat is crippling. So I offered to take the cat to go see the vet, and yeah, so I was washing wounds and giving medicine twice a day for 2 weeks, and they're like, oh, because we don't know how to do it, so we need your help. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I can do it. And it's not like I charge them anything. Like, I mean, I gave them my time, like twice a day, every day for 2 weeks. Took him to a vet. I had to line up at like a budget vet that's in the neighborhood, and that was like a 4 hour lineup. So okay, but that's fine. I don't care. It's not like I need them to thank me. And they were pretty appreciative. They're like, oh, thank you, yada yada, whatever. Just helping out community cat. So I stopped going every day after the wounds heal, which is normal, right? I usually walk by that shop sometimes, and when I have treats, I give it to Brother Dragon, whatever. So yesterday I walked by and they're like, oh, don't go, don't go. My cat hasn't been eating for 2 days, but because you haven't been coming by, so we don't know where to find you. I'm like, okay, yeah, so what's happening? They're like, oh, our cat has been peeing like a green pea. I was like, what? Green pea? And they're like, yeah. And my cat hasn't eaten for like 2 days. I was like, oh, why is that? And and then so I'm like looking at the symptoms. Well, it seems like it's bile that got vomited because they took a picture, right? And I'm like, that's bile. That's not green pea. So if anything, I'm like, yeah. Before you guys told me that Brother Dragon had a habit of, drinking soap water or something to do with like cleaning, is like chemicals that they use to clean cars. He said he had a habit of drinking that water, and they had to stop him. But of course you can't stop him every time. It's a garage, right? So so I'm like, is it because he ate something he wasn't supposed to? And the speculation is yes. And I'm like, well, it's kind of concerning that he's not eating completely, because cats don't stop eating just like that. And for those of you who's had cats, dogs, pets, if they stop eating suddenly, it's usually a pretty scary sign. So I'm like, well, maybe I should take him to go see the vet, because they're always busy. That shop is extremely busy. And even if they're not busy, frankly, like they're like I don't feel that they will dish out time out of their schedule to take him to the vet. If they would have done it. And I can feel that it's kind of like, yeah, we're okay feeding him, but anything extra, it's kind of like, we don't know how. But okay, but so I was kind of wrong about them before. So that they'll do anything for this cat? Obviously not. So I'm like, okay, well, do you need me to take him to a vet? So I was talking to the wife, and then she's like, yeah. I'm like, well, but the thing is, all the vets in the district are full because it's the holidays right now, right? It's Christmas, it's New Year's. It's quite normal, like that vets are full, and they don't take walk-ins, especially for the more economical vets. If you take them to like a specialized 24-hour hospital, the ones with emergency departments, yeah, they'll take it, but just the consultation fees, it's already like $200 US, right? And I don't think they're ready to spend that kind of money. So okay, so I'm like, well, I called the normal vets around. Nobody can take in any animals until the 13th of January. And that's the thing. Even if I want to take them somewhere, unless you're ready to pay to, a vet hospital or a vet emergency, there's no way I can get them admitted. So I called around, and I found one that was like nearby their shop. And they're like, yeah, we have like a 15-minute slot to check up. But the thing is, you have to come in 20 minutes. And I was like, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, rampage. So I'm like, okay, yeah, but I have to go to work like in an hour and a half. So I'm like, I gotta do this really quick. So I went back, got my bags, and then just like, just went to that shop again. And I'm like, okay. Right? So I told the wife, I'm like, I know what the consultation fees are. This is the consultation fees. I asked the vet. And then they're like, if it's a UTI, then the consultation fees is this much. And then all the other medicine and whatever they have to administer is extra. And she's like, okay, just take them there. I'm like, okay. So I went, made it in time, came back in due time. I was kind of late for work. And then when I came back and I was holding the bill, like the receipt, and then they're like, how much is it? Like, they don't even care what's wrong with it. They're like, how much is it? And I'm like, and then I'm like, it's the same price as last time when his paws got burned from tar, when they had to give him like the medicine and the ointment and stuff. And then I'm like, it's like $900, like $930, just to give you some perspective. That's like 120 US dollars, and which is pretty standard for a vet. Frankly, it's one of, if you ask me, in Hong Kong standards, that's actually one of the cheaper bills. Yeah, no, like, and you don't, and this is like very normal, because if you go walk in anywhere, the consultation fees is about half of that. So it's already like $60 US off the bat, just the consultation fees for last minute bookings. Some of them charge you even more, but anyway, I'm like, that's pretty normal. Like, I was like showing them the bill, right? I was like, the medicine is pretty cheap. Like, it's not like they're taking, like, it's not like one of those vets that rip you off. And I was like, yeah, this is a very normal bill given what they gave you, right? So, and then I felt that the dad was like, okay, yeah. He's like, yeah, whatever. And he just like threw me the money, and he didn't say anything anymore. I'm like, I got the green light from your wife. I got her even like a quotation on the consultation fees, and told her that, how the things are going to be charged. It's not like I'm making money off this stuff. It's just helping him. And then, so he just threw me the money, and I felt that. I was like, okay, that's kind of mean. So, but then I had to go to work. So I'm like, okay, I'll come back to feed the medicine twice a day. But then nobody said anything to me. I was like, okay, weird. So when I went back this morning, I felt that everybody was ignoring me as if I don't exist. Because usually when I go in before, when I was trying to wash his wounds, I'll be like, hey, everyone, good morning. And they'll be like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like, thanks for coming in. But frankly, I don't care if they thank me or not. It doesn't matter. Just like, yeah, just say hi, whatever, right? So I went in, and then I was like, did you guys, like, I would ask. I was like, oh, did you see him eating? Did you see him using a litter box? And they completely just ignored me, right? And I was like, okay, that's weird. Maybe they're with clients or busy. So the mom was like that, the dad was like that, and the mechanic was like that. And I was like, okay, something's not right. Yeah, I completely agree, Larry. I completely agree. And frankly, I have no desire to really help them as a person. I'm really in it just to help a neighborhood cat. Because I don't know them. I know the cat. I don't know them. And frankly, they never talk to me unless it was for the cat. But that's fine, as I said, right? I just want to help out the cat. And I got their consent, right? So they pretend that I was transparent, and I was like, that's weird. Even when I talked to them and said, hey, good morning, they completely ignored me. And I was like, that's weird. Like, pretty hard feelings, and I was trying to brush it off, because I was like, morning, maybe they're washing a car, and they got clients coming in, maybe they're busy, but usually they'll still, say hi back or just wave back, right? But they like avoid eye contact and they just don't want nothing to do with me. And I was like, what the heck? So it was the morning time, and then I had to ask. I was like, hey, did you, like, I asked him, Mr. and Mrs., and I was like, hey, did you guys see him eat or go to the litter box? Because it's important to know things like that, right? And they're like, how am I supposed to know? And then like that's the exact tone that they said. It's like, I don't know. I don't look at him all the time. I don't care. I was like, oh, okay. So I fed the med, and then I just put the stuff back, and I was like, hey, bye, see ya. Nobody acknowledged anything. I was like, that's really weird. So half a day went by, so I was pretty busy today, and then I had to, dish out additional time to cut up his pills and to, go back and feed him his nighttime medicine. But some of them has to be fed on a full stomach, and some has to be fed on an empty stomach. So you can imagine that the work that has to go into it. Not to mention that some pills are ginormous, some are tiny, and you have to cut them in quarters. So I got my pill splitter, and then I just went and did my thing. And again, nobody acknowledged, and even when I said hi, they just all pretend I don't exist, and nobody made eye contact. It's like, that's really weird. And usually, like, Brother Dragon would be like, an about or in the shop, and usually I'd put him on the chair, which is their office chair that they have in the back. And then suddenly they're like shooing me away. It's like, oh, don't put him there. It's like, he can't go there. He can't go there anymore. And I'm like, that's weird. So and I'm like, okay, sure, yeah. So I was feeding the medicine, and then I was like, because Brother Dragon was like moving around, so I got the mom to help. And then after, I'm like, oh yeah, and then she's like, oh, I don't need you to come anymore. It's like, I can do this myself. I was like I didn't say it, but mentally I was like, you guys are the ones that kept explicitly repeating to me that you know nothing about cats, you don't know how to care about cats, you just feed him, that's all. And if you know how to do it, then why did you need me to come 14 days in a row to wash his wound, to feed him medicine twice a day? Like, you guys are the ones who asked me for help, which I'm happy to help. But now suddenly it's like, yeah, I don't need you anymore. I'm like, and they're being really mean about it. It's like, yeah, I saw you feed it's like, how do you feed it? It's like, that's what you do. She's like, yeah, I saw you do it. I can do it now. I was like, if it's that easy, I think we can operate on ourselves if we saw somebody doing an operation. That's what I think inside. I didn't say anything. And I was like, you don't just like, there's techniques to it. She's like, yeah, I just saw you do it. I can do it myself. I was like, no, if you put it in the wrong place, it's too bitter. They'll start spitting out bubbles. It doesn't work. She's like, yeah, maybe I'll she's like, yeah, I could do it. It's like, this is not rocket science. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, well, you have to feed, some are on full and some are on empty stomach. You know that, right? She's like, yeah, it says on the package. I can read. I'm like, yeah, but you know that they can't be fed at the same time. That's what I was trying to say. And then she's like, well, I can't do anything if he doesn't eat. What can I do if he doesn't eat? I'm like, that's it. Did he eat today? So he looked at the tray and he's like, no, he didn't touch his food. I'm like, this is the third day he hasn't eaten. By the time I left, the fourth day is already coming. I was like, are you not concerned that he hasn't eaten for 4 days? And he's like, what can I do? If he doesn't eat, he doesn't eat. I was like, dude, like, neglect is a form of abuse. But unfortunately, Hong Kong doesn't have laws with that. Sorry, let's say Larry, she probably may not have told him. That's why they are pissed. They have this pain avoidance bias, plus the ignoring. My speculation, I have a few speculations. So before I go on, when I took Brother Dragon to the vet, the dad was like, oh, don't take him to the vet. It's like, I'll do it tomorrow. I was like, you can't do it tomorrow. It's 13 days wait. Or sorry, until the 13th of January. You can't get a spot. Do you know how hard it is to get that spot? And that is not even at like a hospital. That is at like a pretty cheap vet. And then he's like, yeah, I'll take him tomorrow. I'm like, I know that you guys won't take him there. You guys explicitly said that too. You guys are so busy and you can't dish out that kind of time. And then, but then I guess I forgot to tell him that. It's like, your wife told me, gave me the green light. But then I'm like, yeah, but he has a medical emergency right now, right? Hey, Michelle. And then he's like, yeah, maybe I should just get him new cat food. Maybe if he doesn't eat this cat food, I'll get him other cat food. So he keeps thinking about ways to brush it off. Like, that is more economical, of course. It's cheaper to get, new food and hope that he would eat it as opposed to treating him for whatever medical emergencies. I'm like, well, he's not eating because he's sick, not because your cat food is suddenly not enticing overnight. It's not that. I'm like, you can't do that. So, so, and then he's like, oh, I called the previous owner. They said it happened before and he's fine. He lived. I'm like, I don't think that's how medical emergencies are treated. But it was his wife that was insisting that they needed my help, and the mechanic too. And so I think they must have not communicated. Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, Larry, you're definitely right, because they don't want to spend money. But the thing is, right, the wife kept insisting. And I was like, okay, that's weird. But I guess now thinking back, what I didn't realize is they probably never communicated, right? And then, yeah, well, I don't know how to judge your character, but hey, all it took is $120 to test humanity, right? And then so when I came back, yeah, the whole world just changed. And that is such a hard feeling. Like, I mean, I haven't felt this devastated for a long time. Like when you're doing something just out of goodwill and you're hated for the worst person and they gave you the green light to do it. I was like, dude, did I just become some scapegoat? Like, my speculation is, oh, sorry, this is my tea bag. Oh, and then just before I go on to my speculation, when I came back with the bill, after he threw me the money, he's like, oh, you can have the cat if you want. Do you want the cat? It seems like you like him. I was like, I have 10. I can't take another one. I can ask people if they could adopt him, but that'll take some time. He's like, yeah, but before that, let me ask my sister-in-law if they want they want the cat back. I'm like, wait, sister-in-law? So the third owner was your sister-in-law? So the rumors was that the third owner died, and so the cat got left there. So I'm guessing the deceased previous owner was his brother. And the sister-in-law is the one that's still here. And I'm like, wait a minute, if they left Brother Dragon at the shop when they left, and they left the cat with you, so wait a minute, you think you're gonna take the cat back? But okay, yeah, out of courtesy, whatever, ask her, sure, whatever. So even today, I didn't realize that I became the scapegoat, and I just asked him. I was like, yeah, so what's the update with your sister-in-law? And he completely ignored me, avoided eye contact. And I was like, what? And I was like, what's the update? And he's like, I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, yeah, we don't need your help. I'm like, you don't need him rehome? He's like, no, we'll be fine. I'm like, okay, like that's really mean. Like, if it's something that I did wrong, okay. If I did something without asking you, okay. But wait a minute, all these times you guys asked me for help, and I got your green light to do whatever it was that I did, and I even made the effort to get the vet to give us an approximate quote on how things are going to be before I went, and I got your green light. Like, so my speculation was that either one, the couples got in a fight because they feel the medical bills. So the first one, maybe they can brush it off because they think it's like a one-time thing. I don't know. Maybe people who don't know anything about cats think that cats only need to go to the vet once ever and it's a done deal. Or number two, the wife didn't admit to the husband that she gave me the green light. That could be number two. And when the arguments arise, it's so much more easier to toss me under the bus than anything else, because I hate to say it, like, some people, they are, I can't say paranoid, but maybe they have seen enough scams in their life, or enough bad things in their life, they think that when people are doing good deeds for you for free, they think that there's something in it for them. Maybe, just maybe, they think that I get a kickback from going to an expensive vet by taking their vet to an expensive vet, which, in all honesty, that was a very rare price in Hong Kong. Like, I think any pet parents would know that $930 is not expensive for the first visit, emergency, last minute booking, consultation, x-ray, medicine, ointment. That's $120 US. Second one, also the same price for emergency booking, consultation, antibiotics, anti-inflammatories, painkillers. Also 5 things. I'm in Hong Kong. So the third speculation is they might think that I'm doing all this so that I can scam them by making up a fake machine, fake doctor's visit, or going to a vet that is too overly priced. But if you think about it, if the bill is $120 US, even if I get 100% kickback, that is only $120. Yeah, and I have to spend a whole 3 weeks to attend to their cat twice a day, sometimes 3 times, to do the nasty work that nobody would do just so that I can scam them. Very, very. And yeah, so I feel horrible. I actually feel very bad. I think part of how I feel about humanity, of course, I'm not saying that these people are the exemplary demonstrators of, what humanity should be. But I don't know. I see a few things. Yeah, exactly. 75 pounds for vaccinations alone. That's pretty normal, even in Hong Kong. Like, I mean, each of my cats, every year, sometimes twice a year, depending on who, their annual checkups is about 3,500 Hong Kong dollars at the very minimal for their basic stuff. That's, just to give you some perspective, that's about $450 US, right? And the last time my cats need dental work, 4 cats in a row, an extraction, x-ray, their IV, staying at the pet hospital, each cat was about $8,000 Hong Kong dollars. Sir Carlos was, I think, a bit more than that. So that's about $1,000 per cat US. I'm like, but what, maybe they have an ulterior motive. Some people, they have that negative mindset. Actually, I'm not even surprised, because I sometimes overhear a lot of the conversations you might hear from the Brother Dragon previous videos, is that when people ask them for a quotation, they always say that, oh, we're not trying to scam you, we're not trying to cheat you. I'm like, but if you look at their business, it's really good. Like, I sometimes overhear, like, a service is about $2,500 to do detailing on people's cars. I'm like, I'm not trying to guess how much these people make, but just because people make a lot of money does not mean that they're willing to spend it on another thing that is not them or theirs. Gato Ninja, you have to watch the whole video to understand what I'm talking about. But I can't blame them. Number one, I don't know them. I don't care. Number two, it's not their cat. They didn't ask to have this cat, according to what I heard. But now that I know that the previous owners are their relatives, I question that. Or maybe they estimated what it takes to actually raise an animal as opposed to just feeding them. I don't know. I have no idea. But just because somebody makes money does not mean that they're willing to allocate it. And love is conditional. Yeah. I hate to say it. Unconditional love is very hard to find. If I always say it in a very realist perspective, and I think I had this conversation with one of my friends before. It sounds really pessimistic. I think it's also true, and I say it time again and again. The number of people that love you unconditionally in this world is like, what I say is you can count those people with one hand. Basically, your parents, maybe your siblings. Okay, it doesn't count if you have a lot of siblings. Maybe your bestie, BFF for life, but they won't get me down. I'll still go visit Brother Dragon if he walks out of his shop, but I will too ignore these people. And if they ever scream for help again, screw them. I'm just going to ignore them. But I will still offer Brother Dragon treats and stuff. But the thing is, I don't expect adults, even if they're much older than me, I don't expect them to have normal coping mechanisms or problem solving or conducive communicating strategies with another human being, i.e. their other half. Or it doesn't mean they're completely transparent with each other. I don't care. What makes me really sad is I'm like, first of all, why did I become the scapegoat? And second of all, which is actually the biggest reason, is that I think Brother Dragon is not going to get the attention that the medical treatment that he deserves, that he needs. Because if the more, okay, let's put it this way. If this time, for example, if there's nobody gave him any pills, nobody took him to a vet, and he somehow manages to pull through, it's going to encourage these owners, or these owners, I'm not even going to call them parents, these owners, these people, to think that, oh yeah, these street cats can tough it out on their own. We don't need to do anything next time. Just like how the dad was like, oh yeah, I called the previous owner. It's like, yeah, it happened before. It's fine. It's going to be fine. I'm like, well, okay, Suzanne, I don't need them to be nice to me, but I prefer not to become a scapegoat for doing something you asked me to do that you gave me the green light to do. It's almost like if you call an ambulance, you call 911, the ambulance comes and they treat you because you called the emergency, and then after you gave them shit for helping you because you now have a medical bill to pay. That's exactly what it is. And the thing is not like the money is going to me. I donated you my time and effort. Jeez. And did I tell Brother Dragon clawed me in the hand yesterday? Because, not intentionally, but because his claws aren't trimmed. And today I had to put a pill in his mouth right after he caught a rat for the shop. I had to put my hand in his mouth. I have to be careful with humans. They destroy everything. What I'm afraid of is not that. Is every time I try to help somebody or try to help animals, I have to register my ID number, and I have to register my phone number and my email and everything every time I check into the vet. And that's printed. My name and everything is printed on the medicine package. Like, I'm like, if these people, like, are crazy enough, yeah, they probably, I don't know. I don't know about humans anymore. So it's insane, isn't it? It's just insane. So I don't know. Yeah, so here's my rant. Thanks everyone for listening. I know it's not the most positive or lighthearted thing, but I hope none of you will ever run into that, because for me, it's not gonna... Hi, Professor Cortex. Hi, Cortex. Do you want to come? Come here, Professor Cortex. It's not going to change my life mission. It's not going to change my attitude towards animals. It's not going to make me not want to save animals. Of course not. But what makes me very sad is I just feel that humanity is... When I was a kid, I used to think that humanity is great and humans are good. I can't really say the same anymore. Yeah. All right. Later, Larry. Yay. Say hi to Professor Cortex. 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 This guy has been running out into my lobby lately. He's been having a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep the faith. Thanks, guys. Yeah. But yeah, I can't say that I'm not a bit bummed out. I am. I am. I don't know. I need my humanity restored, but right now at this moment, I just want to, I don't know. Actually, my life is really simple. What I want in life is really simple. I just want to be in a simple place, small town. Everybody knows everybody. People are okay, nice, at least not intrusive. That's fine. I just want to help animals, herd sheeps, you know, save animals, feed stray cats. Yeah, Happy New Year, Larry. Right? Oh, muy muy. Muy muy. Hi, muy muy. Muy muy. Oy, oy, oy. Ay, ay, ay. Look at. Muy muy. Coffee and peanut butter waffle? I don't know. But it's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible feeling that I don't know if you ever had that, but there's like a hollow stomach feeling in your stomach. It's like, dude, what the heck? Like I think the last time I felt that feeling was when I got bullied in school. It's that exact sensation. I don't like it at all. Mia, Mia. So, where there's a community of people, I know I'll feel better with endorphins. Nah, not really. I don't feel like I don't feel like exercising. Actually, especially in winter, it's so cold. I just want to sleep in bed. But yeah. Oh, anyway. Speaking of, I've been working on a cat online course. Keep you guys posted when that comes out. It's designed to help. Well, first, if you're a new cat parent, and you're thinking about how to get ready to have cats and get into the cat lifestyle, cat parenting, that's for you. For people who already have cats but feel that your place can be more optimized so that you can live a better life with your cats, better human life, better cat life, that's for you too. And third, if you already have cats and you want to get more cats and you want to make sure that integration in that this new environment is set up properly so that it doesn't drive anybody insane, this course is also for you. I hope that course can help more cat people out there because it consolidated a lot of the common problems and a lot of the common strategies that I use in terms of how to basically optimize my lifestyle in my world, my living space, my SOP, standard operating procedure, when it comes to my daily routines. And yeah, I hope it can help. But yeah, but going back to what I was talking about before, sometimes I wish that, how to say, I don't even know how to say it in English, like 啲人睇錢唔好睇咁大啊. Like, I know money is important. Okay, in English it means that they don't stress that much on money. I'm not saying that money is not important. Yes, we need to live. Yes, we need to pay bills. Yes, I do understand that. Everybody does. But outside of that, when, like, I think a lot of times people place too much stress on money, they start to lose the human part of themselves. And yeah, it's a pity. Of course, I can't control it, but yeah. Because like they say in Chinese, right? There's only 食幾多着幾多係 Same thing, am I right? So how much you can eat, how much you can wear on your body, that's yeah. So basically that's it's already destined. So yeah, try not to get too caught up with the money matters. It'll make you very less human. Yeah, of course. I won't be in the world. Oh, trust me, I will never be in the world. I don't have any friends like that. We're from very different worlds. My objective is always to help animals and help the humans that want to help the animals. Frankly, do I have a lot of desire to help the selfish, greedy humans? Yeah, I like all animals, but I can't say I like all humans. I don't know if anybody would agree with that. But yeah, maybe in the world that I live in, this is considered crazy. I mean, if you ask my mom this question, she'll think I'm crazy, because since a long time ago, like as far as I can remember, I always had like this unconditional love for animals. No matter, like, it doesn't matter if you're a worm or a slug. At the end, no one cares about money when we're in a deathbed. All we want to know is who loves us and who we love. I guess for some people, it does require that moment to come in order for them to feel it. But you are right. You are right. So yeah, that's that. That's my rant today. Yeah, thanks for coming in, people. I know that most of my stuff is pretty lighthearted, and I don't really like, how to say, I don't like to, like, share things that make people sad, but I just thought some things is better shared because I see you all as, my virtual family, and the virtual uncles and aunties out there. So yeah, that's it. Just want to say, before I log off, if I don't do another live stream for this year, I guess I'll have to see everybody next year, because today's already the 29th. Yeah, if I don't do another live stream. So yeah, everybody stay well, stay positive. Although at this given moment, I'm not that positive, but I will be. But in the meantime, right now, I just want to live in a barn, herd sheep, milk cows, chase chickens around, and have a pond with ducks. What else? Have a bird feeder, and yeah, maybe like plant my own vegetables and cat grass. That would be the ideal life for me. That'd be pretty nice. So, yeah, thanks for the flowers, Miriam. Yep. Oh, yep, everything will pass. Thanks, people. I hope I'll feel better soon. But, yeah. Thanks for coming in. Happy holidays, everyone.